You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
A major shakeup could be on the horizon for World Rugby, with the rebel competition known as Rugby 360, or R360, now firmly setting its sights on a 2026 launch. Backed by fresh financial support, the organizers have begun approaching high-profile players from both rugby union and rugby league, including big NRL names like Ryan Papenhuisen and Zach Lomax. And as this bold new venture gathers momentum, it is already facing fierce resistance from Rugby Australia and other national unions. The proposed launch date for R360's first season has been locked in for October 2, 2026. The debut competition is expected to feature 6 men's teams and 4 women's teams, with expansion plans already mapped out for 2027 and 2028. Teams are slated to be based in global cities such as London, Miami, Tokyo, Dubai, Cape Town, Lisbon, and Madrid, but all will technically be registered under the United Arab Emirates Rugby Federation. What makes this competition stand out is its player-first model. Athletes will retain ownership of their image rights, boosting their earning capacity off the field, and won't be tied down to living in franchise cities. The player draft is even scheduled for mid-2026 to determine team placements. Despite lucrative offers, reports suggest contracts of up to $1.4 million a season. Australian stars face a tough decision. Rugby Australia has made it clear that any Wallabies who sign with R360 will be ineligible for test selection. With the 2027 Rugby World Cup taking place on home soil, that policy could prove decisive in deterring players who want to represent their country on the biggest stage. The same stance is expected from other rugby nations, including New Zealand and England, which further complicates R360's player recruitment drive. On the league side, NRL clubs and officials are sounding alarms too, with several stars linked to R360, including Melbourne Storm's Papenhuisen and Nelson Asofa-Solomona, as well as Parramatta's Lomax. Concerns have been raised about potential raids. NRL boss Peter V'landys has already warned that players breaking their contracts to switch codes will face consequences. Clubs like Parramatta have publicly downplayed the idea of releasing contracted players unless hefty fees are involved. Still, interest among players is real. Papenhuisen himself admitted he is keeping an open mind about R360, saying that after his struggles with injuries, he knows how quickly a career can change. His comments reflect the intrigue surrounding the Rebel League. Players are tempted by its freedom, financial incentives, and global appeal, even while questions linger over its long-term viability. Skeptics remain unconvinced. Rugby Australia and NRL leaders have both expressed doubts about R360's business model and revenue streams. While organizers claim to have secured funding for at least 3 years, critics argue that until a proven commercial structure is revealed, the project remains a gamble. What's certain, though, is that R360 has already disrupted conversations across both rugby codes. Whether it thrives or fizzles, the competition has put pressure on established governing bodies and reminded everyone just how much the sporting landscape could shift when players are offered new choices. Stay subscribed for more videos.